And Cody Iron Works. Testing some new. Hopefully this microphone is working. The internet is really bad in the shop. I cleaned this morning and I didn't want to get dirty, so we are from an undisclosed location here in Cody, Wyoming, for this little a few minutes testing some equipment. I've got a couple of podcast ideas that are coming up, and so I'm trying to get some better equipment to maybe make this go a little better. So this is more of a test than anything. So no physical blacksmithing today. However, I did bring some of the projects from some of the latest videos that I've posted. So there is the second leaf, or the second rose. Here is the first rose with the brass finish. Hopefully that microphone is working. Is it working? Can anybody tell me if it's working? Hello, hello. So we might get into this a little bit today. These are kind of cool. These are probably going down to the store on Main Street. And this is one I did a week or two ago. And yeah, so more of a test than anything. The internet in this time of year in Cody is sucky. With 500,000 tourists in town, they suck up all the Wi-Fi, and everything just slows to a crawl. So I can't even do a live stream from the shop unless I do it at, well, I have been able to do it late in the evening, but I haven't been able to even do that. So, like I said, this is more of a test than anything. But I'll stay on for a few minutes. Is that thumbs up because the microphone is working? Let's do a test. Is the mic working? Hello. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Is it working? Yes. Today is the first day in over a week that it hasn't been in the 90s. Yesterday I spent all day helping my blacksmith welding neighbor across the street from me putting a new roof on his house, and I was wiped out. So today I decided I'm going to get clean. I'm going to get out of the shop for a few hours and not do any blacksmithing. But of course we have to talk about it. Hello, hello. I don't know, I'm sure some of you guys, I'm new to you guys, you don't know, but I'm a blacksmith by trade. I've got a new apprentice in the shop. He's been in there about 7 weeks. He's learning slowly, he's learning. He's trying to pick some stuff up, and so we're going through the regimen of teaching all of this blacksmithing stuff. And of course, questions that I never thought to ask, Aiden has been asking, and so as he asks these questions, I've just been posting them as short videos on the YouTube channel. Hello. 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 10 votes. The mic. Greetings. We'll see how the $35 Walmart microphone is working. This might work good for in the shop. We'll see what happens. I have a gimbal for the shop, but when I need it, it's never around. So, oh, look at that, 76 people. That's great. So this has been a challenge, having a new intern in the shop. I've tried having some interns in the past, and it hasn't worked out. Part of the reason I got Aiden talked me into it is because he came with a welding background. He was actually, as a junior in high school, doing welding competitions out of state level. So, greetings from everybody all over the world. Greetings from Cody, Wyoming, the closest town to the east entrance of Yellowstone National Park. That's where I'm at here. And it's a beautiful 74-degree day right now. And not 95 like it's been. And 95 at 5,600 feet elevation is hot. So, love it. I wish I could do this from the shop sitting on the anvil, but the internet is too bad I can't. So we're another, probably till 1st of September before I'll be able to do some live streams on there. So, yeah. So wherever is everybody from? I'm getting some feedback. That's good. Good. Glad it's working. That's fantastic. 18%. No, just to be contrary. I love everybody being contrary. So the microphone does work. That's good. Well, that's good. So when I do my my interview with Black Bear Forge next month, I'll be able to use this, and everybody, that'll make me sound like a real professional. Yeah. Been talking to Bob Switzer. Looks like we're going to be doing a Bob Switzer from Black Bear Forge. Looks like we're going to be doing some kind of an interview, back and forth interview, 20 questions thing, probably sometime in August. So, and we will probably, as much as I would love to do that from the blacksmith shop, I probably won't be able to do that. So, yeah. Good. Glad it's working. You guys are killing me. Well, that's good. Oh, now it's down to nothing. We'll spin this sucker around. Maybe that's it. Maybe I got a bad connection or something. All right. Let me know if that is working now in the comments, if you would. I am in Cody, Wyoming, which is the east entrance of Yellowstone National Park. We are on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains, the northwest corner of Wyoming. But you would probably know it best as Yellowstone National Park. Well, I'm literally 40 miles from Yellowstone. So, I generally don't do my live streams in the middle of the day. I do them late at night, generally. But like I said, this is just, hello, greetings from Cody. Sunday afternoon. Look, this is as clean as you guys on here will ever see me. I took a shower. I've got clean clothes on. My hands are, look, no soot, no dirt, no mill scale. Other than what I'm picking up from this beautiful little rose that I forged. So, yeah, and so I got out of the shop for a few minutes, testing out some new equipment. Probably going to go film some videos outside this afternoon. There's the brass. That's the brass finish. That's the difference between the two finishes. If you haven't seen this, I did several videos on this on the shorts this week. And I just posted I think I posted a long form video of these two, so, of me doing this at the end of a 10-minute video. So, hello from Fresno. Greetings from Cody. I drove through Fresno once about 40 years ago. So I'm a blacksmith by trade. I do all kinds of metal stuff. I'd appreciate a follow. Go watch some of my videos. That would be great. I don't know what that flag is. White is that white, blue, and red. I don't know what that is. I'm a little ignorant, I guess. Hamburg, Germany. Good grief. Greetings from Cody, Wyoming. So this is a little blacksmithing process. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to teach Aiden to do these, but at first he's got to learn how to do the nails, and he struggled with the nails for about 3 hours on Friday, and he left pretty mad. So I don't know if I'll see him next week or not. I don't know if I'll see him next week or not. He was pretty frustrated that he couldn't figure out the nail. Of course, he was swinging the biggest hammer he could, trying to make the longest nail he could. He was really fighting it. Hello from Mississippi. Greetings from Cody, Wyoming. And I know this makes me look like I'm some kind of a Christian sitting here holding these crosses, but it's really, this is a lesson in blacksmithing, and the way you build these is, it's one of the tools that I use to teach people how to blacksmith when I'm teaching. It requires 4 or 5 different processes that you have to master to make these. My intern this last week, I had him building roses. Hello. And then I was teaching him about the brass finish. So 2 roses, one done with the brass finish, one without. But if you have any questions about blacksmithing or Cody, Wyoming or Yellowstone National Park, I'm more than happy to answer for you for a few minutes. We'll just stay on here and kind of test this out, see how this is going to work. You know, sometimes you get a pig at the Walmart, and sometimes you get a poke. Thanks. It's an everyday thing for the last 53 years I've been wearing one. It keeps me from burning my very bald head. So, you can start fairly cheaply. It doesn't take much. The big thing is having a place that allows you to do it, because you're banging a hammer on a piece of metal and you want to piss off your neighbors. No, you cannot borrow my hat. But I can show you where you go buy your own. There's a whole cultural thing in that. I don't even let my girlfriend touch my hat. She knows better than to pick it up. It's a cultural thing. Very personal. Almost like a religion. I have no hair. Yeah. Just hope that you live long enough to be able to go bald. Oh, well, then you're fine. Why don't you have it? You don't need an anvil and a bunch of tools. You can make virtually, other than a hammer and something to hammer smash on, you can make pretty much every tool you need to get started. I've taught every method of everything you need, including how to build a forge. If you dig through all my videos, there's over 1,300 of them. I teach how to build it. How to build a forge, how to make your own fuel if you don't have the fuel. Greetings, greetings. Yep. The good thing about blacksmithing is it doesn't take too much pretty basic skill, and you can start building some stuff to make a few shekels. Yeah. I shot a lot of horses on a homemade anvil out of a piece of 90-pound to the yard railroad iron. The first probably 200 horses I ever put shoes on, I formed them shoes on a railroad track anvil. No, I live in town in pretty much live in town in a blacksmith shop. I wish I could have a garden, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening here. I'm afraid that in order to get some internet in Cody, Wyoming right now, I'm going to have to get Starlink, and gosh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do that. But my channel's growing a little bit, and I have been fairly consistent about posting a live stream every once in a while, a couple of months. And so I thought I'd come on while I had the opportunity here for a few minutes and do a little live stream while it's nice and cool, and I'm in the shade here, and it's a good day for it. So. I enjoy garlic on my caprese salad. I enjoy garlic in my homemade marinara sauce. I enjoy garlic in my chicken salad that I make for chicken salad sandwiches. Yes, so I'd say yes, I do like garlic. Hello. So how's this microphone working now? Can everybody hear it all right? Does it sound all right? I wish I could show it to you, but it's hooked into the thing, a little tripod stand thing. I guess it was specifically designed to do these selfie, and there's a little microphone that comes out on the side of it. And hopefully that makes a better sound than the microphone in the phone. Sounds like a dream to me. My folks got a little small ranch out here north of town, but it's fairly small. Good. Yeah, I think I've got an air conditioning compressor sitting right here, but it's nice and shady, and there's a good table here, nice and shady, so. That's one thing about living in Cody. There's some pretty good perks. We have a fantastic library here. Boy, somebody's saying something that YouTube doesn't like. I'm getting. So I'm sitting in the parking lot of the rec center and the library here in Cody. So Aiden the intern, that's the latest videos. Most of the latest videos are of that. I am going to be doing some more content. In fact, this afternoon I think I'm going to go back and film some. I'm going to film some different content for the channel today. Some shorts. But I just passed 120,000 subscribers, and so that's like, for an old geezer like me, 120,000 subscribers is a lot of subscribers. So I'm grateful that there's some people out there that appreciate the content that I'm putting out. Well, I have a fairly big internet. I don't know. I got 115,000 subscribers on my TikTok, which doesn't really matter now because it's dead. TikTok is dead. I got a lot of followers on my YouTube channel or Facebook channel, so. Yeah. So that's good. Greetings from India. Greetings from Cody, Wyoming, the east entrance of Yellowstone National Park. It's a great place to be in the summer, but boy, in the wintertime, it's cold. Well, you're wrong. I'm not quite a boomer. I'm actually born right in the middle of the Xer generation, so year 1971. So you're wrong about the boomer thing, but I get you. Mosquitoes here will take your pants down. Okay, I don't know where you're from, but I'll take your word for it. I don't want to go there. I appreciate not being sodomized by a mosquito. Thank you. Do I like Indian people? Oh, my friend. My girlfriend was born in India. I'm going to see her in a couple hours here when she gets off of work. So I guess the answer would be yes. Yeah, I'm a long ways from being a boomer. I'd have to be another, what, 10 years older to be a boomer. I'd have to be in my 60s. So, yeah, class of 1990. Mississippi mosquitoes. They not playing. I was in Alabama one time for about 13 days, and I've never been so cold in my whole life. It was during Christmas, and it rained. I thought Noah was going to come down the highway in the ark. It rained so much. What are we talking about? Well, I was supposed to be talking about blacksmithing, but as usual in my live streams, we get off on a tangent. So, I don't eat Cheetos anymore. Try not to. Used to like Cheetos a lot, but I don't eat Cheetos anymore. Flamin' hot Cheetos. Political. Crazy political, not on my YouTube channel. If you want to see my politics, you got to go over to the TikTok channel. Or my Facebook page. I get pretty political on there. So. Bum. Why? Don't call him a bum. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him. I am in Cody, Wyoming. So you would know Cody, Wyoming because it is the closest town to the east gate of Yellowstone National Park, where all the geysers are. YouTube hopefully is going to be my retirement, I'm hoping. Hopefully by the time I turn 65 or 70 years old, I'll have 1,000,000 subscribers on here. That's the plan. If YouTube is still around, if any of us are still around, and by the time I turn 65. I used to fish a lot. I have not had time to fish in the last few years, which is really sad because right here in Cody, right in town in Cody, there are 3 lakes right here in Cody that they stock with 9 different varieties of fish. And that's right in town. They are managed by the city of Cody. So Cody's kind of an interesting little town. Well, there isn't a doggone thing I can do about the eruption, so the internet is bad. I got about the best signal I can have. Well, if you live in Cody, then you know. I didn't vote for either. My hobby when I'm not in the blacksmith shop building stuff is I like to shoot. I'm a shooter. I have a few nice guns, and that is my zen moment when I'm trying to focus on that little... Good, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't make swords. A guy that makes swords needs to specialize in making swords. You need some specialized tools. You need some special quenching tanks and special extra long forges, and it's just not worth it for me. About the biggest knives I can make about a 12-inch knife. So 16 or 17 inches overall. That's about as big as I can make. I have made some big draw knives, big 20-inch bladed draw knives for knocking the bark off the logs. I do that. Yeah, blacksmith. 36 or 37 years this year I've been doing it. Thanks. It's just a sun body. You can buy them online. I think this one's got a, I don't know, 5-inch brim on it. This is a big one. I've been wearing the same style of hat for 25 or 30 years. I do some I do some antler handle knives, but I'm so busy. There's so many guys in town now making knives that I only do about 100 knives a year now. I don't even mess with it too much. Yeah. There's one of the leaves. That's one of the little leaf patterns, and a lot of these were kind of hurried because we were trying to do short little 3-minute videos. You know, you do a video on YouTube in the shorts and they have to be under 3 minutes, so I did not film these. I should have filmed building these. I guess I'll have to build a couple of more, do some bigger ones. I'm good. This was just an example of forging a leaf. This was just one. A lot of the girls love them. They put them on their keychain. They hang them from their rear view mirror. This is the Pokemon card of blacksmithing. But it was really about the finish. So you can see that it has a brassy kind of antique finish, like most blacksmithing will look like this.